Alright, we are cutting across these live visuals that are coming in of Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, who has reached Amarnath. He's on a 2-day visit. First, he visited Leh and Ladakh yesterday, and today he is in the Valley region. And as you can see on your screens right now, he has reached Amarnath. He's also taking the stock of the situation on ground in the Valley area, also at the line of control, and he has reached the shrine of Amarnath for his darshan as well. And these are the live visuals on your screen right now, as you can see, of Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, who is on a 2-day visit to both. Yesterday he was at the LAC, and today at the line of actual control, as well as Amarnath, where he has reached right now for his darshan as well. In fact, there has been a strong messaging put out by the Defence Minister, as well as both to China as well as Pakistan, stating to the forces in direct words that if there is a retaliation, there needs to be given a befitting response as well to the enemy, both across China as well as Pakistan. And these are the live visuals that we are getting in from the Amarnath Cave Shrine, where Defence Minister Rajnath Singh is at this point present. Let's go across to my colleague Zenat, joining us over the phone line. So Zenat, we are getting in these live visuals, cutting across to them, of Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, who has reached the Amarnath Shrine.
Oh yes, the Raksha Mantri is on 2-day visit to Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh, and today morning he had gone to Amarnath Cave to pay his obscene. In fact, yesterday itself he was in Srinagar's Padami Bagh sector, which is the headquarters of 15 Corps headquarters, army headquarters, where the security review was conducted by the Raksha Mantri, and now to pay his obscene he had come to this Amarnath shrine. Although the yatra is tentatively to begin by next week, although the final dates have not come in, but this time the yatra is going to be not a 42-day affair, rather it's going to be 15-day affair because of the COVID pandemic crisis. Although the arrangements that have come from the security agencies, or we talk about the Amarnath Shrine Board, are in place, but finally so far the government, the UT administration has not given any final date when the yatra is actually going to begin. But there have been also the statement that had come from the army yesterday, that where they have cited that the Amarnath Yatra could be targeted by the terrorists, but they are ready to foil the nefarious design of any outfit that is going to try to carry any kind of attack. As of now, yes, Raksha Mantri is at the Amarnath Cave to pay his obscene, as he is on 2 days for Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh.
In fact, Zenat, another question to you. As you rightly stated, the Union Defence Minister is on a 2-day visit to Ladakh as well as Jammu and Kashmir. He is visiting the Amarnath temple. Comes at a time when the Indian Army also announced the fact that there might be suspected terror targeting on the pilgrimage as well, that is all set to start by the end of this month. Any more inputs that we are receiving, and a very strong messaging also being put across the line of control as well, that we will certainly give a befitting response, and the Defence Minister himself being there now?
As far as the borders and the security forces posted along the borders are concerned, they are completely alert and have been maintaining the gauge in a better way. There have been many infiltration attempts that were made by the Pakistan army through the Pak terrorists, but those terrorists were neutralized there and there. In internet, we have been seeing the way the anti-terrorist operations are being carried by Jammu Kashmir Police along with other security agencies. And if at all the yatra, this time the yatra is not from the South Kashmir, which is the actual route, the traditional route of yatra. Because of the COVID pandemic, this time the focus will be in Sonmarg. The Baltal route is being used, which is one of the easiest and the shortest route to reach the cave and to maintain the cave. Cave's route is not that big affair because it's a very small track and the men and machinery has already been put in place. But so far there has not been any confirmation when actually the yatra will begin. There had been a statement from the Indian Army yesterday that they have intelligence was suggesting that the terror outfits may carry strikes, but that was completely rejected by the Jammu Kashmir Police, saying that the way the anti-militancy operations are being carried, there is already a threat among the terrorists that because the way they are being neutralized. But at the same time, all the preparations are on ground. In fact, the health department has particularly chipped in this time because of the COVID crisis. The sampling centers have been established, and the way the samples will be collected. And once the sample turns negative, then only the pilgrim will be allowed to go to the cave and other things. Otherwise, if he turns positive, he will be asked to go back. He will be quarantined. All the facilities are there on ground. But as of now, the Yatra date has not been formally been released in the public platform.
So certainly a very strong visual message being sent out by the Defence Minister with his own presence at the shrine of Amarnath. And as you can see on your screens, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh is on a 2-day visit to first Ladakh yesterday, and today he is in Amarnath shrine for his visit and also inspecting the situation at the line of control as well. He's been accompanied by the Chief of Defence Staff, General Bipin Rawat, as well as the Army Chief General M.M. Naravne. Zeenat, if you can also take us through in these 2 days as to how a very strong messaging has been sent across both to China as well as Pakistan, stating that India will not hold back now, giving a befitting response to any kind of terror or other activities that might happen at both our border ends.
Even Raksha Mantri was yesterday in Ladakh. There he addressed the soldiers posted there, the way he thanked the soldiers. And during his speech, he has made it very clear that India is a very peaceful country, and India has never encroached upon any country's land. So they want that thing to be maintained by the other countries as well, because then the Rajnath Singh pointed out that they want peace. They want peace with neighbors because India is a peace-loving country. Otherwise, they are really ready to deal with any kind of challenge. And the borders, they also talked about the firmness of borders, because there has been a face-off between India and China for the last couple of months, and now Indian Army also lost some 20 soldiers. Many of them were injured. And then you saw the VIP trips with the VIP tours to Ladakh, whether it was the Prime Minister's visit to Ladakh, it was CDS visit, it was Army Chief visit. Although Rajnath Singh was supposed to visit Ladakh on 3rd of July, but that was deferred because the Prime Minister was visiting the same day. And yesterday, that was his first visit to Ladakh, where he provided a moral boost to the soldiers who are working along the line of actual control, and made it very clear that India is a peace-loving country, but simultaneously if challenges, the befitting response can be given. Then he came to Srinagar, where he stayed in Badami Bagh, a cantonment, where the security review was conducted. In fact, the chiefs of all security agencies from Army, Jammu Kashmir Police, from CRPF to BSF, in fact, the Lieutenant Governor was present, a Chief Secretary was present, and all the top officials were who briefed Raksha Mantri about the security scenario, and also was briefed the way the swift anti-terror operations are being carried without any collateral damage. It's almost after 15 years the valley is seeing the kind of anti-terror operations without collateral damage, because not a single day is there. Then the forces don't launch anti-terror operations and they get good success. And now the focus is in Amarnath cave, where the Raksha Mantri, along with the other team members, have gone to pay his obscene. So the tour will be the 2-day tour, which will be concluded today evening.
Absolutely. So a very strong messaging being sent by Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh, and the visuals on the screen right now, he is at the Amarnath shrine as we speak right now. In fact, there had been a certain amount of threats to this particular entire stretch of the Yatra as well. In fact, Zeenat, if we can also reiterate what exactly happened yesterday. Yesterday we saw how Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh arrived in Leh. He held several interactions with the field commanders. He was accompanied by the Army Chief as well as the Chief of Defence Staff. He visited the very important forward areas on situation in Leh and Ladakh as well, very close to where the altercation had happened between China and India. He paid his respects to all those martyred soldiers who lost their lives as well. Clearly, we saw how there was a classic witness of para-dropping as well as scoping of weapons there. He inspected the Pika machine gun as well. Clearly sending out a strong message that he is with our forces, and at the same time, India is very much capable of giving that response to the enemy if there has to be any kind of retaliation.
He is the Raksha Mantri of the country, and his visit was very important as far as the morale boost of the soldiers is concerned, and also to take first-hand information from ground, because there were many rumors making around that this area has been encroached upon that area, and even still the de-escalation process is on through the two different level of talks with the China and between India and China. The military level, or we say the bilateral level talks, the diplomatic level talks are still on. But this was the Raksha Mantri's first visit after the escalation between India as well as China. Although he had addressed from the Lukum post, also he visited Lukum post, he addressed soldiers, and he made it very clear to the soldiers that the country is behind them, Prime Minister is behind them, and also the Raksha Mantri thanked the soldiers the way they have been working and the way they have been sacrificed their lives for the nation.
Absolutely, Rajnath. In fact, these are the live visuals coming in from the Amarnath Shrine, where Defence Minister Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh is present at the moment. We slip into a very short break.
बाबा बर्फानी की नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव शिव शंभो जले के छोड़ेंगे अनेन कृतेन पूजनेन भगवान अमरनाथः प्रियताम नमः।
थोड़ा कैमरे के सामने
स्वस्तिनस्तारिक्षो वरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्तिनो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु। ओम नमः शंभवाय च मयो भवाय च नमः शंकराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च। ओम मंत्राथा सफला सन्तो पूर्णा सन्तो शत्रुणां बुद्धिनाशस्तु मित्राणां प्रियस्तवा। ओम देहि सौभाग्यम् आरोग्यं देहि मे परमं रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि। ओम आयुषं वचस्वनुरायुष्पोकमोद्भिदं इदगं हिरण्यं वचस्वयेत्रा विशतातु माम्। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनं उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुखेऽहमामृतात्। ओम आयुषं वचस्वनुरायुष्पोकमोद्भिदं इदगं हिरण्यं वचस्वयेत्राय विशतातु माम्। ओम देहि सौभाग्यमारोग्यं देहि मे परमं रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि दिशो देहि।
रक्षा मंत्री राजनाथ सिंह उन्होंने अमरनाथ गुफा में बाबा बर्फानी के दर्शन किए और पूजा